Once you're all situated, you can start in child's pose. So big toes together, knees apart wide, forehead down. So in our child's pose here, you start to connect to your breath, finding your ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through the nose, trying to make each of those inhales and exhales a little bit longer, just slightly constricting the back of the throat so you can start to hear the sound of your breath. And we try to maintain that and use that breath throughout the practice. Walk your hands to the right side of the mat and place your left hand on top of the right. Keep your legs in the same position, but you should feel a little stretch here through the left side of your body. And then take it the other way. Walk your hands to the left and put your right hand on top of the left. Now let's come up to a tabletop position to your hands and knees. Inhale, drop the belly, arch your back, and gaze up for cow pose. And then as you exhale, tuck your chin in, round your back for cat, warming up the spine. Inhale as you arch. Exhale as you round. Good, one more time. Inhale to arch. And exhale as you round. And find a neutral spine. Thread the needle. Take your right arm and peel it up. And then thread it all the way through. Put your head down. Walk that left hand straight forward. And then if it feels good, you want a little more, you can curl your left hand more to the right side to go a little deeper. Walk it back into tabletop, reset, and switch sides. Peel your left arm up, thread it through, walk that right hand forward, maybe a little over to the left. Good, back up to your hands and knees, tabletop position. Now engage your core, extend your right arm forward, left leg back. So we're finding our balance here. As you exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to extend and reach. Good, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. One more time. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend, hold it here, or maybe that right hand can grab that left foot and kick it back and find a little back bend. Nice, stretch it out, place it down, and then we'll switch sides. Left arm, right leg. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. One more time. Knee to elbow, and then extend it out. Hold it there, or reach around, grab your foot, kick it back. Stretch it out, place it down. Let's come into our first downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up. Your hands should be shoulders width distance, and your feet are hips width distance. And then bend one leg at a time. So as you bend your right leg, push your left heel down into the ground, stretching that left calf and hamstring. And then you switch. You bend your left leg as you push your right heel down. And just walk it out, pedal it out a couple times. Maybe do the same thing with the arms. Move around, kind of see how your body feels. Then start to shrug the shoulders away from the ears. Press the chest back towards the thighs and press some more weight towards the heels. Inhale, glide forward just to a high plank position. Shoulders, elbows, wrists stacked, feet still hips width. You're in that nice straight line. And without moving the hands and feet, exhale, lift your hips, push back, down, up. Inhale forward, right into that high plank position. Exhale, down, up. One more time like that. Inhale forward, high plank. Good, exhale, down, up. Walk your feet up to meet your hands, ragdoll, feet hips width. Bend your knees and grab opposite elbows and let yourself hang. Relax your neck. Maybe shake your head, yes and no. And you can sway a little bit side to side, shifting the body weight from the right foot to the left foot. or also low forward and back from the balls of the feet to the heels. Good. Release your hands down to the ground, bend your knees, roll yourself all the way up to stand. When you get to the top, lift your arms up. Your right hand grabs onto your left wrist and pull it to the right, creating that side body stretch. And then switch. Your left hand grabs your right wrist and pull it to the left. Good. Back to center. Interlace the fingers behind your lower back or use your yoga strap. Open your chest. Bend your knees a little bit. Fold forward with the hands interlaced. Drop your head, relax the neck. Focus on that chest and shoulder stretch. Good. Release your hands down. Let go of the strap if you had it. Inhale, lengthen to a flat back. And as you exhale, step back to that plank position. But this first chaturanga, bring your knees to the floor. Hug your elbows in nice and close and slowly lower all the way to the ground. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra pose. Just come about halfway up, partway up, and then lower back down. Good. Push up to your knees to a modified plank. Then from there, you can tuck your toes under and push back to your down dog. So when we start to move through our sun A's and our sun B's in a moment, just remember, every time we do chaturanga, you're more than welcome to take on the knees, and you can do cobra as a smaller back bend or a modification for up dog. Also, if you need to skip any of them, you can just go straight to down dog if you need to skip them. Look forward, step both feet to the front, and this time bring your feet all the way together. Inhale, flat back, fingertips either on the shins or the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Now use that long flat back. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to stand. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center in prayer position. Surya Namaskara A, sun salutation A. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale to your flat back. And then exhale, step back to high plank. And now either from the toes or from the knees, chaturanga, low push up, lower halfway and hug the elbows in. Flipping over the feet. Inhale, either for up dog or cobra. If you're an up dog, only your hands and the tops of the feet touch the floor. So it's a much deeper back bend. Exhale, you flip back over your feet as you go back to down dog. Look forward, step your feet to the front. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step to plank and lower to your chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Try to keep those shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, down dog. Look towards your hands. Step your feet to the front. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. 1 more time, sun salutation A. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. And then exhale, step back, chaturanga, low push up. Hug those elbows in. Inhale, up dog or cobra, finding your back bend. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, step your feet to the front and meet your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sun salutation B, Surya Namaskara B. Lift your arms up first, then bend your legs for chair pose, Utkatasana, knees and feet all the way together. Exhale, straighten the legs, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, this part's the same. Exhale, you step back to your chaturanga, low push up. Good, inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Now from your down dog, lift the right leg up. Step your right foot between your hands, warrior 1. Pivot that left heel flat on the ground, square your hips, and lift the arms up. That back foot is turned in about 45 degrees to help you square your hips. Virabhadrasana A. Exhale as you bring your hands back down to the mat, and then step your way back to chaturanga, low push-up. Good. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Other side, lift your left leg up and step it forward. Set up your feet first. Pivot the back heel down and then lift your arms up for warrior one. So that way you're nice and balanced. Bend that front leg a lot and then really engage the back leg. It's nice and straight. As you exhale, your hands come back down to the floor and you step your way back to chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, step your feet to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, come back to your chair pose, Utkatasana. And then from here, press up to stand and bring your hands to heart center. Good, that's it for today for Sun B. But we're gonna come back to chair pose. So lift your arms up and bend your legs for chair. But now I want you to hold your legs here in chair. Twist, left arm forward, right arm back. I'm gonna tilt my camera up just a little more so you guys can see it a little better. So the feet are together. I'm doing an open twist. Left arm forward, right arm reaches back. Then both arms come back up to center, regular chair pose. Twist the other way. Right arm forward, left arm back. Open twist. Good, both arms back up. Fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now lift your right leg up, but this time as you step it forward, low lunge. Drop your back knee on the floor. Untuck the left toes. Start with your hands on the right side. Right knee over the ankle, sinking into this left hip flexor. And then lift your arms up if you want. Add a little back bend, gazing up. Now bring your hands to prayer position, right at the center of your chest. Twist your left elbow outside the right leg. Try to hook it on the outside of the leg and then press into your palms and actively try to get your hands towards the center of the chest. Keep thinking of lengthening the spine as you twist deeper. And now lower the hands down to the floor or maybe to your yoga blocks. Half split, straighten the right leg and flex the foot. If it's not straight, maybe try wiggling it a little bit forward. Want this hip stacked over the knee, not sitting back on your foot. Then you fold over that right leg, stretching into that hamstring and calf, the back of that right leg. And now let's go back to down dog. So just plant your hands, step your way back and reset in your down dog. Then we'll switch sides, lifting the left leg up, step it forward to your low lunge. Drop the right knee down. Left knee over the ankle, starting with the hands on the thigh, and just kind of sinking into that right hip flexor. If you want to add the arms, gazing up as you lift those arms up. Good, hands to prayer position. Twist, right elbow outside the left leg, and then press into the palms and keep working the hands closer to the center of your chest. Good, lower your hands to the floor or blocks. Half split, straighten the left leg, flex that left foot, and fold over the left leg, bringing your nose towards your knee or your shin. Good, go back to down dog, reset, step back in your down dog. Look forward, step your feet to the front. Coming back to chair pose again, bend your knees, lift the arms up. Now, like we just did in that low lunge, bring your hands to a prayer position, twist left elbow outside the right leg. You want to make sure your knees stay right next to each other. Don't let one push forward in front of the other. And then press into your palms and work your hands again towards the center of the chest. So your legs are working here, but you're also lengthening the spine and then twisting, working your core, your obliques, as well as the legs. Fold forward, straighten your legs, separate your feet now about hips width. Take your first two fingers like you're making a peace sign and hook onto your big toes. Bend the knees there if you need to. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Pull yourself towards your legs. Get that nice stretch in the backs of the legs and relax your neck here. Good, release the toes. Let's do the other side. So walk your feet back together so you can come back to chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit low, knees and feet together. Bring your hands to prayer position and twist right elbow outside the left leg. Always double check that your knees stayed right next to each other and then press into those palms and twist deeper. Release to a forward fold. Now take your feet to the edges of the mat, Malasana, prayer squat. Turn your toes out 45 degrees. You can even go all the way off of the mat if you need to, trying to keep your heels flat. Use your elbows, push the inner thighs apart, press your chest forward to meet your hands. So you're lengthening the spine and not rounding the back here. Now you can choose to stay here or to open the arms. Sliding your right shoulder inside the right knee, bringing the right hand to the floor, peeling that left arm up, maybe looking up towards that left hand. And then back to center and going the other way. Left shoulder inside the left knee, opening up the arms. And then back to center. Bring your hands to the floor, straighten your legs, toe, heel your feet all the way back together to that forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg up. Step it forward between your hands. This time, you're going to stay on the ball of your back foot for high crescent lunge. Anjanasana. So your back heel is off of the ground. Crescent lunge should be a little bit of a longer stance than you had with that warrior one. It's a little bit easier with the back leg off the ground. But you're working this back leg a lot, really engaging it, keeping it nice and straight. Now, open twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Kind of like we did in that chair pose earlier in class. Just twisting from our waist with the arms open. Good, both arms back up to center, regular crescent lunge. Warrior two, pivot your back heel flat on the ground and open your arms like a T. Big bend in that right leg, heel to arch alignment. Right heel lines up with the left arch. Look at your right hand, flip your palm up. Put your left hand on your left thigh and reach the right arm back. Reverse warrior, it's a side body stretch. Now as you come forward, modified side angle, right elbow to the thigh, left arm up to the ceiling. Push your elbow into the thigh so your shoulder is away from your ear. You can stay here or go a little lower, bringing your right hand on the floor or block on the inside of that right foot. Now your left arm could still be up to the ceiling, or if it's okay in the shoulder, you might reach your left arm forward, palm facing down, bicep by your ear for extended side angle. And then try to rotate more open so that you're not looking at the floor. Ideally, you want to look under that armpit towards the ceiling and rotate your chest a little more open. Very nice. Come back up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach back first, and then exhale, windmill the hands all the way to the front and step back to chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Other side, lift your left leg up and step it forward. Set up your feet first so you have your balance here in crescent lunge. And then lift the arms up. So you're on the ball of the back foot. Make sure you don't feel like you're on a tightrope. You want to feel like your feet are lined up with your hips here. Good. Now twist from your waist, open twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Nice. Both arms right back up to center, crescent lunge. Warrior two, pivot your back heel flat on the mat. Open up your arms like a T. Your hip and your torso, they're facing the sidewall, but you're gazing at your left hand. Flip your left palm up. Right hand on the right side, reverse warrior. Reach back, stretch the side body first. Then come forward into your modified side angle. Left elbow to the thigh and pushing away from the thigh, not sinking into it. And then you can hold here, or you can take any of the variations. Maybe left hand to the floor or block. Right arm could still be up to the ceiling, or you can reach that right arm forward for extended side angle, creating that long line from the right hand all the way back to the right foot. Lift back up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands to the front. Step back, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift the right leg up. Step it forward. Come back to crescent lunge. Same thing. You're on the ball of that back foot, high crescent lunge. This time we'll bring our hands to prayer position and do that same twist that we did in low lunge and we did in chair already as well. Twist your left elbow outside the right leg. Now, if you need to modify, you can go back to that low lunge by dropping your back knee on the floor. Otherwise, really engage that back leg to help you balance. Press into your hands and try to twist a little bit deeper. Good. Carefully keep your balance as you lift your arms back up. Crescent lunge. Nice. Open to warrior two. Straighten your front leg from your warrior two. Walk your back foot in just an inch or two for triangle. Shift your hips back. Reach forward. Place your right hand on the shin or the foot or maybe on a block. Both legs are straight. That left arm is straight up to the ceiling. And see if you can create length in both sides of your waist. So you're not crunching into the side of your waist. You want to get longer in your spine here. Lift back up and let's go back to warrior two. Walk your back foot out again and rebend that front leg. Virabhadrasana B. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands to the front. Step back, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift your left leg up. Step it forward to crescent lunge. Last time here, find that crescent lunge on this side. Get your balance. So you're on the ball of that back foot. Hands come to prayer position. Twist right elbow outside the left leg. Remember, you can drop the back knee down if you need to. Actively pressing into those palms, working the hands closer to the center of your chest. Then carefully try to come back up to your crescent lunge, lifting the arms up, regular crescent lunge. Open to warrior two. Pivot your back heel down. Straightening your front leg, setting up triangle. Walk your right foot in an inch or two. Shift your hips back, reach forward. Left hand, shin, ankle, foot, or maybe on the block. Right arm straight up to the ceiling. Imagine if there was a wall behind you, you would be flat up against the wall. You're not leaning forward or back. Nice and flat here. Good. Lift yourself back up. Readjust that back foot and come back to your warrior two position. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Step back, chaturanga. Good. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg up, lizard pose. Step your right foot outside the right hand and drop that left knee down. So your right foot's all the way at the edge of the mat, knee over the ankle, hands or elbows, or if you have those blocks, if your elbows don't reach the floor, you can put your elbows on the blocks. If you don't have blocks, just get as low as you can without the blocks. And you should mostly feel this in the right hip right now. Now press up to your hands. Take your front foot, your right foot, turn it out to the side 45 degrees. So now your knee is still going to point the same direction as the toes. Plant your left hand down and twist your right arm back. You can just stay here with this twist, peeling the arm back. Or you can bend your back leg and maybe that right hand can grab the left foot and pull it in towards you to get more of a quad stretch in the back leg. Good, let go, and then just go straight back to down dog. Reset here in your down dog. When you're ready, switching sides, lift the left leg up, step it outside your left hand for lizard pose. And take as many steps as you need to make sure your knee is over your ankle, all 5 toes point forward, hands, elbows, or blocks on the inside of that left foot, stretching into that left hip. Press up to your hands. Turn your left foot out 45 degrees. Put your right hand down and twist your left arm back. And then maybe staying there or maybe bending that right leg, seeing if that left hand can grab the foot and pull it in towards you to get that quad stretch on the back leg. Good. When you release, we'll go back to down dog. Step back, reset, downward facing dog. Step your feet to the front, roll yourself up to stand nice and slow, take your time, and then step to face the long edge of your mat. Separate your feet, they're parallel but a couple feet apart. You can hold onto your yoga strap back here or interlace the fingers. Open up your chest and then fold forward with the hands interlaced. So you're getting that shoulder, chest stretch as well as that hamstring stretch. Release the hands, walk them right through the middle and fold a little deeper. Walk your hands over to the left leg, grab your ankle or calf and pull your nose closer to that left leg. And then walk it over to the right leg and pull your nose closer to the right leg. Good, bring it to center, kind of flat back. Put your right hand directly under your nose or the fingertips or maybe on the block and twist and peel your left arm up to the ceiling. And switch, put your left hand down, twist, peel the right arm up. Good, both hands down, put a little bend to your knees, hands to hips, slowly stand up. Step to the front, tree pose. Your right foot can go on the ankle, the calf, or you can use your hand and bring it all the way up to the thigh. Starting with the hands in prayer position, finding your balance. If your balance feels good, you can lift your arms up. Bring your hands back to prayer position. Release the right leg, shake it out, switch side. Tree pose on the other side, left foot on the ankle, calf, or all the way on the thigh above the knee. Really engage that standing leg. You might find your balance is different on one side. If you want to lift the arms, you can lift your arms, try to focus the eyes. Good, hands back to prayer. Release the leg, shake it out. If you're not at the top of the mat, meet at the top of the mat. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, step back. Last chaturanga for the class. Low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. This is our last down dog because we're going to do some stuff on the floor next. So just kind of check in, see how it feels compared to the first down dog. And then when you're ready, have a seat. We're going to come into what's called boat pose, Navasana. So to start, grab your hamstrings to help you like really sit up tall and lengthen your spine. And then from there, just lean back and lift your feet. Then you can extend the arms. Now you can choose to have your knees bent like this, or you can try straightening the legs. But if your hamstrings are tight or you're feeling it too much in the hip flexors and not your core, I would keep the knees bent. Lift your chest up a little taller. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now place your feet on the floor about hips width distance apart. And then we're doing a reverse tabletop. You walk your hands back about a foot, fingers pointing forward. Lift your chest up first and then lift your hips up. You can keep the chin down if that's better for your neck. But if you have no neck issues, you might drop your head back, getting that stretch here in the front of the shoulders. This is a great counter pose to all the chaturangas that we did. And then when you're ready, lower back down. Come back to boat pose one more time, Navasana. Lean back, lift the legs, extend the arms. Knees can be bent or legs can be straight. Now this time we'll twist both arms over to the right and then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, a 1. Twist to the left and hold. Other side. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Release. Now you can repeat the reverse tabletop or reverse plank this time, which is the same thing, but with the legs straight. Let me tilt the camera down a little. So when we do the reverse plank, toes are pointed like this. And as you lift up, you're trying to push your big toes to the floor, lift the hips, maybe drop the head back. So you choose reverse plank or reverse tabletop. Good, lower the hips down. Extend your legs out straight, sit up tall, and then fold forward. Take a nice seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. If you can't reach your feet and you have a strap, you can use your strap around the feet, or you can just grab your legs, whatever you can reach there. Slowly come up. Keep your left leg out straight. Step your right foot across, flat on the floor for a seated twist. Your left arm can hug that knee, or you try to hook your left elbow outside the thigh. Right fingertips on the floor behind you, sit up as tall as you can, and then work your way into that seated twist. Now, as you untwist, keep your left leg where it is. Move your right foot next to the left inner thigh. So it looks like tree pose, but seated. If it bothers your knee, move it closer to the calf. Flex that left foot and fold forward. Janu Shirsasana. Again, you can use the strap around the foot if you want, or grab your foot or your leg with both hands and bring your nose closer to your knee or your shin. Head to knee pose. Slowly come up, and now we'll switch the legs, starting with the twist first. So right leg out straight. Step your left foot across, flat on the floor. Your right arm can hug the left knee or hook that elbow outside the thigh. Left fingertips behind you, lengthening the spine, sitting up tall as you twist. Good, back to center, and then move that left foot next to the inner thigh or the calf. Sit up tall, flex your right foot, and fold to your right leg, using the strap if you have it, right? Or grabbing the leg or the foot, and then bringing your nose closer to the right leg. Now slowly come up. As we go onto our backs, if you have a strap or a towel, it will come in handy. I'm going to put the strap on my right foot and lay down. Now, if you don't have a strap, you can also just use both hands and grab behind the hamstring, calf, or ankle. A strap just makes it a little easier. So putting it around the right foot, using both hands and pulling it towards you. Your left leg on the floor can just be completely relaxed, but the right leg, the side that you're stretching, I want you to flex that foot as you pull it in, and that's going to give you a better stretch. Now with your right hand, keep holding the strap or holding onto your leg. Put your left hand on your left hip. Open your right leg to the right. The stability ball is in my way, but if you have space, just kind of let it dangle towards the floor. It's probably not going to touch the floor, but let it kind of dangle over to that side, keeping your left hip down. Then bring it through center, same leg, but switch hand. Left hand holds the strap, or if you don't have the strap, grab the outer edge of your leg or your foot, right arm out like a T. Keep your right leg straight, keep that foot flexed, and slowly start to twist it across. You might decide to stop part way if that's enough of a stretch, or you might take it all the way to the floor. Because you're going to feel that stretch through the outer thigh, IT band, as well as a good stretch for your back when we do any kind of twisting here. If it feels okay on the neck, you can turn your head and look towards that right hand. Good. Bring it back to center. And switch sides. So putting that strap on your left foot and pulling it towards you with both hands, flexing that foot. So now your right leg's relaxed, and now you should be getting that deep stretch and the hamstring on that left side. Now keep holding on with the left hand and put your right hand on your right hip. Open the left leg out to the left. Bring it through center and switch hands, right hand on the strap or the leg, left arm out like a T. Flex that left foot and then slowly twist it across. A straight leg version of our spinal twist. Good. Bring it to center. You can remove the strap if you have the strap. We're going to do one more pose. Both arms out to the side like a T. Bend your knees and then cross your right leg all the way over the left, as if you were sitting cross-legged, so no space here. Move your hips 1 or 2 inches to the right first, and then drop your knees to the left. So now it's a cross-legged version of our spinal twist. Again, if it feels okay, you can always turn the head, look to that right hand. If it bothers your neck, just keep your head neutral. And maybe start to close your eyes, relaxing into this pose. Bring your legs through center. Switch the cross. So now cross the left leg over the right, stacking the knees. Move your hips 1 inch or 2 to the left first, help line it up, and then drop your knees to the right side, and maybe turn your gaze to the left, maybe close the eyes. Last pose before Shavasana. And bring everything back to center. Uncross the legs, wrap your arms around your shins, give yourself a big hug, curl up into a little ball, and then let it go. Coming into your Shavasana, your final relaxation, extending the legs long, letting the feet fall open, arms relax alongside you, palms facing up, and take those shoulders, shrug them a little further down away from the ears. As you close your eyes, clear away any last remaining thoughts. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale all the letting the muscles relax even deeper into the floor. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to bring some small movements back to your body. Maybe draw a few circles there with the wrists and ankles, moving them in both directions. Maybe gently moving your head a little bit side to side. Any small movements that feel good to you. And then when you feel ready, we'll reach the arms overhead, reach the legs long, create that nice full body stretch, getting as tall as you can. Keeping the eyes closed, hug both knees into your chest, roll over to one side, coming into a fetal position. And use the hands to help press you all the way up into a comfortable seated position, crossing the legs, sitting up nice and tall. Hands come together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. And take a couple last deep breaths here, scanning the body, noticing how it feels after today's yoga practice. Take one more nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale all the air out the mouth, letting it go. Lifting your hands to your forehead, your third eye center, and bowing forward. Namaste.